Hey, so it is NaNoWriMo day 17, and the word count goal for today is 28,333 words. And I am currently still sitting at 37,300 words, and it is approximately 10:45 at night. So I have not gotten any writing done today, which is actually not factual at all because I've actually done quite a bit of writing today. It's just that none of it has been for my novel. All of it has been for papers, which is significantly less fun. So yeah, I honestly don't know if I want to try to get anything written tonight. Part of me says that I should because it's NaNoWriMo, but a much larger part of me says that I am tired of writing and I just want to not have to do anything. I think I'm going to try to at least write a little bit so that I can update my word count for the day. But I honestly don't know if I'm going to get any actual writing done because it seems a little pointless right now because, yes, it is day 17 and yes, I haven't written anything, but A, I'm super far ahead, and B, I am done with everything by noon tomorrow, and then I have Thanksgiving break next week. So I am basically like on Thanksgiving break right now. I just have to go to a couple things. Like, I don't have any more work I have to do. I just have to go to campus tomorrow and sit through class and go to work for 2 hours. So basically, it seems kind of dumb to force myself to write right now in this moment when I have like basically a week and a half of freedom where I can just do whatever. But yeah, I will probably update y'all a little bit later tonight before I go to sleep. But for right now, I'm gonna either watch some more fan videos or maybe some NaNoWriMo vlogs to see if I can get myself into the mood to write. Hey, so it is now almost 1 in the morning, so it's technically day 18, but we're not gonna worry about that right now. So I decided not to write anything tonight, which I know is kind of like, I should write because it's NaNoWriMo, but honestly, I just can't do it tonight. I'm very tired. I just wanted to kind of get back in my normal schedule so that I'm not falling asleep on accident at 11 p.m. because that's just pathetic. Anyway, I wanted to go ahead and update y'all again because A, I said I would, and B, instead of writing, I did some personality tests for my 3 most prominent characters. Obviously, one of them is my main character, and the other 2 are the 2 people that I keep mentioning in association to my candles and to my playlists. So the personality quiz that I did for all 3 of them was the Myers-Briggs personality test, which honestly I'm not sure why I even took the quiz for each of them because I am very familiar with the quiz myself and I probably could have just assigned them a Myers-Briggs type, but I figured I should go ahead and take the quiz as them anyway. So since I did that, I figured I'd go ahead and show you some of their results. Okay, so here are my results for my main character. As you can see, she's fairly introverted and she is definitely more feeling than thinking, but the other 2 she's kind of in the middle on, which I pretty much expected. And then that bottom bar is assertive versus turbulent, which is not usually a Myers-Briggs type thing, but it's in there anyway. And essentially it's how either self-confident or self-conscious you are. And as you can see, she's a little bit more self-conscious than self-confident. And then this is the personality type for my favorite character. Haha, I'm not telling you who it is. But as you can see, I'm very familiar with their character and they are very, very strongly one way or the other. They're very introverted. They are very intuitive. They feel a lot of feels. And they're very organized, and they're also not very self-confident. I do feel like some of their traits are a little bit closer to the middle than they seem to be on this, but these are definitely the accurate personality traits for this character. And then this is the personality type for my 3rd prominent character. Obviously, as you can see, this one is kind of different from the other 2 who were fairly similar in personality. So as you can see, this person is slightly more extroverted than introverted, and they are extremely assertive, which adds a really interesting dynamic to the mix with the 2 less confident people. So yeah, that's my little like character personality thing for you guys. I'm probably gonna do some of those with some of my less prominent characters, but I wanted to go ahead and do all 3 of the really important ones all in one fell swoop. But yeah, I have gotten very familiar with the Myers-Briggs test because I've taken it a lot in my time, and I actually used to be an INFP like my main character is, but I am now an INTP, in case you were curious about my Myers-Briggs type, but I think it's actually in my Twitter bio somewhere, so it's not like that was much of a secret. So yeah, that's going to be it for tonight, and I will see you guys on day 18, even though technically it's day 18 right now, but oh well, I will see you on day 18. Hey y'all, so it is day 18 of NaNoWriMo, and the word count goal for the day is 30,000 words. Like I said last night, I didn't get anything written yesterday. I am currently still sitting at 37,300 words, so I am still obviously above the word count goal for the total for the day, but I definitely want to get a lot of writing in today to make up for yesterday. My goal for the day, which seems pretty reasonable, is to get to 40,000 words. That is only 2,700 words, and like I've said in the past, I've been able to do that in a day multiple times, so that shouldn't be too hard. Also, I don't think I've mentioned this in any other updates, but my best friend Sarah, who has been in a few of my videos quite a while ago, which I'll link one or two of them up in the cards because they're hilarious, but she is coming to visit me tonight, and she'll be leaving sometime late tomorrow, so she'll be here for a full day. But yeah, I don't know how much writing I'm going to get done while she's here, and so I'm gonna try to get a lot done before she gets here and after she leaves and before I leave for my trip on Monday. So yeah. It's gonna be a busy week ahead of me, but I am really excited to finally be on Thanksgiving break. So I don't have to go to class over the next week and a half, which is wonderful, and I don't have any classwork over the next week and a half, which is even more wonderful, but I will be traveling and I will be spending time with my family, so those will still be kind of like slight intrusions into my writing time. But I digress. I have plenty of day left ahead of me, and I am going to do some writing in that time for sure. Right now, I think I'm going to watch a few NaNoWriMo vlogs again to get myself in the writing mood, and then I'm going to get some writing done, and I will update y'all a little bit later tonight. Hey, so it is now about 8:30 at night, and I have done about an hour of writing so far today. So when I go to write at other places like Starbucks or at a coffee shop or something, I like to go during their not so busy hours so that A, it's easy to find a spot, and B, it's easy to find a spot in like the corner or something. And I went and looked at my Starbucks's like busy hours, and I realized that like 5 o'clock for some reason was just like a dead time there. So I went to Starbucks and wrote at about 5. And I actually wrote for about an hour while I was there, and I got 2,000 words written. So basically I have about 700 words to go to meet my personal daily goal of reaching 40,000 words today, which is totally doable because I still have a couple hours until Sarah gets here, so I am going to get some more writing done at some point. I think I'm just gonna try to reach the 40,000 word mark, and I'm not gonna try to write much more other than that. Maybe I'll try to write 1,000 words before the end of the day, but yeah, I'm not gonna try to do another like really intense hour-long writing session where I write like 1,600 to 2,000 words. Like, I'm not gonna do that. However, the logistics of this next week kind of make me want to try to win NaNoWriMo by Tuesday. Because the way that this week is going to work, I fly to my parents' house on Monday, and I will be at my parents' house on Tuesday all day because both my parents will be working. And then either Tuesday evening or sometime Wednesday, we're going to drive to go visit family. And the days where I'm with my extended family are going to be the difficult ones for writing because my extended family, or at least the ones that I'm going to be around over this trip, are very much about family time. AKA, it will be very difficult to find a quiet place where I can be alone and uninterrupted for any period of time. And by any period of time, I mean anything longer than 10 minutes. I am not kidding. So yeah, that is why I would like to be all the way to 50,000 words by Tuesday, so that when I hit the few days where I will not be able to have quiet, dedicated writing time, I will at least have already won. So if I don't get any like intense writing done, it won't be a problem. I still obviously intend to write those days. I just know that it is going to be very difficult to find uninterrupted time. So basically, if I hit 40,000 words tonight, which I'm definitely going to do, that gives me 4 days to write 10,000 words, which is not that big of a struggle. That's less than 3,000 words a day, and that's a pretty easy goal for me. So yeah, those are my plans for the next few days, and I will get back to y'all probably a little bit later tonight after I have hit 40,000 words. I did it! I just sat down and wrote for like half an hour-ish, and I got 910 words written, so I have passed the 40,000 word mark. So my total number of words written today is just under 3,000, and my total word count is 40,200-ish. So yeah, I have passed 40,000 words, which means I only have 10,000 more to write. I honestly cannot believe that I've written this many words in NaNoWriMo. Like, my mind is honestly blown. Like, it just seems so odd and surreal that I've written this many words in 18 days. It is insane, bonkers crazy. Anyway, I don't want to dwell on that too much because I haven't really shown you any Pinterest-y or music-y stuff this video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. By the way, this is what my graph looks like. It looks pretty awesome right now. And look at all these writing badges. The only one I'm missing is the one where I complete NaNoWriMo with 50,000 words. I'm so excited. So this is the album that I was writing to today, which is actually kind of odd for me because this is an album that I really haven't ever listened to all the way through until today. The only ones I've listened to on repeat before have been Falling in Love at a Coffee Shop, obviously, which is my like novel's theme song, and A Ghost. But Landon's music is really, really chill, and it definitely fit like the coffee shop vibe, which was where I was writing, and it also is very closely associated for me with one of my characters. And I realized once again that I did not have any pictures that fit this scene on my Pinterest board, so I'm just gonna show you some characters. So this is Oliver James, who is an actor that you might be familiar with if you liked early 2000s rom-coms. He was in What a Girl Wants, which is where this picture is from, as well as Raise Your Voice. So as I've said many times, this story started out as a Jonas Brothers fanfic, and as you can probably tell, he bears a semi-resemblance to Joe Jonas. The character in the story definitely does not still have the same personality as Joe or anything, but I still picture someone that looks a lot like Joe when dealing with this character. However, this is another Landis brother, and his name is Nick, despite the fact that the character, now called Nick, bears literally no resemblance to Nick Jonas, who was his original inspiration. Once again, the personalities are not the same, the characters are totally different, but that's initially who he started out as in the very early stages of the story. Like I said, not a ton of similarities left, especially in the looks department, and I'm very aware that the people that I've chosen for Nick and Joe do not look like they are related, but I really don't care because this is how I picture them. And despite the fact that I literally just showed you pictures of characters, I feel like I just divulged like a ton of information about my story to you guys. I don't know why, but I'm just gonna leave it at that because right now I feel like I'm oversharing about my story, which is a little silly. But anyway, I think this is where I'm gonna leave it off for this video. As always, my social media links will be down in the description, including my NaNoWriMo page if you want to add me as a writing buddy. So that is it for the night, and I will see all of you again on day 19.